Ah, better. Hey, Joycey, how are you, darling? Excuse me. Today would have been a good day for me to take off again. This bronchitis stuff is killing me. That's okay. That's okay. Turn this just a hair. Find my phone. I don't think my circle light does much good. Put it right there. After Pettibon, what in the world is Pettibon? Hey, Sherry. Hey, Lori. Have y'all been seeing my video uploads that I've been doing a little? I'm playing around with YouTube. Oh, spine. Ugh. That doesn't sound like fun. Um, Seeing what happens with YouTube videos analytics after doing real uploads as opposed to lives. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it really makes any difference. It doesn't bother me at all when I go back to catch up on videos. Wendy, Malia, you just lurk all you want to, baby doll. I am fine with lurkers. We're just going to hang out here for a minute and chit chat. God, 4 or 5 years ago, I guess, I took all of my wooden stamps I had collected off their blocks. But I missed the stamping craze, so I don't have near as many as some of y'all do. And then I put them in I had some of these plastic CD things hanging around. So I used one of my J hooks that I bought for my stencils. Can you see that up there? I got these on Amazon and they are in my store. But anyway, I can hang them. I've got this metal rack right here beside me. And most of them are small, so they don't interfere with what's below that rack. And sometimes I just use packaging, like used packaging that you get. I use it until it falls apart and then get another one. So for me, that's worked out really good. I think what I pulled out was, is that a Seth After maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Malia, that's why I did it. It's easier. And that way I can just flip them up there. and pick out what I want. And that is a little bit distorted. You know me and distortion. That's pretty good if I can make myself leave it there. Never ending battle here is organization, so that I don't have to move more than one or two things to get to something else. And if I have to move more than that, I won't ever go after it. I'm buffering. No, no, say it ain't so. No buffer, no buffer. I figure that sometimes just doing a live, hey Beth, I missed you the other night. I missed your stream. You were testing something. I think that was last night. I'm being swallowed in art videos. I'm drowning, but everyone is important and I want to see what you're doing. And then I have the few classes that I pay for. And speaking of classes, having a flash sale on my class, my school, which is not a project-based school. It's a theory-based school that teaches you how to mix color and what makes form turn, what makes a ball, a plain circle drawn to what makes it a ball. So, hi, Katrina. It teaches you what to do so that you can do it on your own, and introduces you to four of the main mediums. And I do have some projects in the class, but it's not a project based. You still have to do your miles worth of canvas and paper. I can't do that for you. So anyway, till the end of June, it's going to be a $55 discount, which puts it down to $320. And if you need a payment plan on that, let me know. So anyway, join the fun. And there's the link. Let's see. I found the book that I was looking for, the one that I had practiced in and had such good results with the gouache. There's a reason you're good at mud, Wendy, and I don't call mud mud. I call it neutral. So anyway, I had, let me find it. This one was one of the first things I tried with gouache. And I fell in love with it because of the velvety smoothness and the ease of application. It almost felt to me like oil paint. And I loved it, but I could not reproduce it in watercolor or anything else. I couldn't reproduce this feel. So I figured it has to do with this paper, which is just a heavy text weight, and it's lightly coated. So I thought maybe that was the difference. And so I painted upside down and every other thing in here. Didn't work over here. I had trouble with that one. That's what I did yesterday. And of all the white roses, this one might be my favorite. But I think I'm white rosed out, so I'm going to move on to something else. I enjoyed the process, and I want to do it again because I'm training my brain, which is oxymoron there, to recognize shapes instead of things. And by that, I mean, I'm not painting the inside of a rose. I'm painting this gray shape or this yellow shape or the white shape. I'm not painting a rose. And that's an abstract method of painting, but it makes it much, much easier. The the oil one that I did, this was on the other half of it. I just scraped off what was on my palette because I don't want to waste paint. It does have some impasto, which will take it a little bit longer to dry. But I put one of the eternal symbols, the circle, on it. And I thought, well, you know what? That just might work great in my book. So I'm just going to put it right there. And we'll go from there. So let's go back to, let me put this out of the way. It's almost dry. I found these the other day. Please go through your old stuff and get it out. These were dried out. I put some water on them. I don't know if that's good. They're waxes. I don't know if they're going to come back or not. If the water doesn't work, I may try some mineral spirits. I got a little bit off of that one. Cute little brush. I didn't ever know what to do with them. And now, of course, everybody's doing stuff with wax, so and chalk paste. So I just saved these little things right into the trash heap. See, I have a feeling these are oil-based because the water's not doing anything. So spend more time trying to reconstitute them than just going ahead and using them. So I thought I'd show y'all that. And see if I can get rid of things that I never used that are gone, like those Delusions paints last week. Then I'll have more room for things that I do want. I got Shauna's sprays the other day. Remember, Shauna sent me the painting. What did I do with it? This. And it's this way. I was giving her ideas through the feed and she was trying them. So anyway, bless her heart, she sent that to me and I'm just tickled to death with it. Add it to my collection of art from other people. And this was, I think, was before she was going to move. So I think she was, maybe she had a premonition, but she was going to get used to get rid of some of the stuff she didn't like. This little baby is my custom keeper from Shannon Green. And this was an oops. This was what she was intending to do. And it rolled off the table, rolled off the mat it was on onto the table. So she just picked it all up and put it back on. So that's what the holes are all about. And then she put 2 cups of resin just on that. And I said, I want it. I want it. And it's rigid, like almost like hard plastic until you warm it with your hands just a little bit. Anyway, that's my baby. Now I haven't done much in it, but I figure that maybe we can do some sprays. These are her inserts, and this is that craft text paper or facsimile thereof, and this is a nice coated text weight paper. So I'm just going to see what I got here. Put something under this. I need to put something on top of that, don't I? Wait a minute, what are you doing? Okay, let's do the inside. And this is a nice coated stock too, just like this paper. So it may get washed on before. I've got a Heidi Swap. I don't know anything about Heidi Swap. Shake well, so okay. I don't know if it's supposed to have, you can tell where the first drip hit, and it's kind of the watery part of it. Wello, there's Wello Heidi Swap. And this is raspberry. So there's a blue, red, and a yellow, which is good. I mean, as long as you've got a blue, red, and a yellow of your primaries. Whoops, I just sprayed that on me. And raspberry it is. Sprays. I'm going to draw that. Let's see what y'all are talking about. Hey, Gail. Shauna, I was just talking about you. And I'm testing the sprays that you gifted me. This is just text white paper, so it is going to bleed through. A little heavier than copy paper. It's a real nice sheen on that yellow. I guess it's in every one of them. Yeah, there it is a little. So I guess when Heidi Swap started, that was the, she was one of the first ones to do glimmer. So that's the 3 Heidi Swaps. And then we move into Tattered Angels, which I don't think I have these. I did consulting work for them a couple of years ago and have quite a collection, but I don't think I have these. And to all intents and purposes, they're gone now. So Tattered Angels and 7 Gypsies are gone. They sold their business to a guy who wanted the sewing end of it. They were making lots of canvas product, canvas bags and things you could put names on. So, and we have a stopper. That's okay because they do that. There. Pretty color, and that came from a kit. So it's not, it doesn't have a name on it, but anyway, it's a raspberry color. These I don't shake, I twirl them, or like this. Downton Abbey, ring a bell? No, they're water-based. And they're ink-based too, so you get the fugitive quality from them. And this one would be some sort of a butterscotchy gold. But I don't mind that in a journal. I would never use it in art I was going to sell. Oh, wait a minute. I already did that one. Did. Oh, this is black with a little bit of gold in it. And the folk art color shift black is black with some gold. That's pretty. Yeah, I think Tattered Angels, as a matter of fact, was one of the first, and then they were sold 2 or 3 times. Heidi Swap was in that group somewhere. I think she was with, this is a real pretty blue, light blue. Let's just turn the page. But that was before my time in mixed media. Apparently it was a dog-eat-dog world back in the beginning. And now the big companies have taken over from a lot of the small startups. And this is stopped up too. Not your fault, Shauna. Please just do that. I always just pull the top off and drop it in some water. Give that a few minutes. God, what's their name? Duh. They do the powders, not Primary Elements. That's color art. It'll come to me. Joggle sells them, and they've got some of the most beautiful colors. So anyway, we'll see if that helps. Aha. See, just that little bit, and this is silver. Just that little bit of a soak unclogs it. Those are subtle colors. That'll be pretty for backgrounds in my journal. So thank you, Miss Shauna. Hey, Tina. Oh, good. I'm glad you made it. Be sure and subscribe and hit the little bell and you'll get a notification. Did I see Rosemary? Have you floated away yet, Rosemary? I was going to drop you a note tonight. Rosemary lives in Fort Smith, and the Arkansas River is at its highest level ever. And Little Rock, I guess, is getting it really, really, really bad, too. I saw a friend did a video this morning. Button. Hey, girl. Yes, thank you, Button. My old brain just kind of forgets. Yeah, but they're not permanent either, Shauna. Lindy's. Hey, CB. Well, that's great, Tina. And of course, you always know you can catch them while you're here, yeah. And just raise that stuff in the studio because we don't want any of that getting wet. I guess there's no reason for me to try to come down since the main interstate bridge is closed going into Fort Smith from here. They're not if they're made with ink, Shauna. I got some Lindy's sprays, and I wish I had gotten just the powders. And I wish I hadn't activated the sprays with water, but I did. So I need to get those out sometime. It's not dry yet. There are very few sprays that are made with pigment. They're made with ink colorants. And again, I'm not judging them. I'm just stating fact. They're great for journals and stuff, cards. I like the mixed colors in the Lindy's. That's good enough. Good enough for Hoot's Fort. I'll put that back up here with that. Shauna, did you see the rose I did yesterday? I did 9 of these roses. Oh, 8. I'm sorry. And I really did learn a lot. Okie dokie. Now, new stuff. I saw this on Robin McClendon's group. You know, I'm in the subscription group she has, and also on Patreon, and she is loading up the videos. There's a lid. I can hardly keep up with her videos. But anyway, one of the students had used this, the Gilder's paste wax, and the color was what? And you're probably not supposed to use your fingers in this. I know a lot of people do and some don't, and I'm going to err on the side of caution and look for a palette knife. Oh, look, I found this the other day. Uh-oh. No, it didn't break off. Maybe it did. It was down there in my no man's land. I had dropped my phone Tuesday. Remember when we were... Come on now. Never when you need it. Crap, that was water, but thank God I just fill them a little bit. Oh, it's a palette knife. I think I see one. I do. Look at that color. That's what made me buy it. Let's see, those are watercolors. Nothing's in danger. Anyway, I just love that color. I think it's just gorgeous. And like I said, I don't know what everybody's using waxes for. Somebody tell me. It smears. It's not so pretty, that color. Now I'm going to show you those in a minute. This is Gilder's Paste Wax. But I bought it specifically for the color. Now you're talking about, Shauna, are you talking about permanent light fastness or permanent on the paper. I mean, like, they're not going to come off. Like, they've got a binder in them. That color's pretty. That color's nothing to write home about. And they come in this little shoe polish thing. Remember those? Okay, so there's that. We talked about that. Yeah, these are the chalk ones. I've been in buying timeout so long, and I forgot that I was in it. This little top cap is supposed to keep them from smooth move. Keep them from drying out so easily. But then I would assume that you need to keep the outer rim clean so it doesn't stick. And I watched Joggles. I'm sure everybody in the whole world watched Barb. I ordered these actually last week, and then she did a video this week. So you can put them through a stencil. They are chalk when they dry. They are water soluble. Let me get my other thing of water up here. I'm a train wreck today. One of the things Barb did was a smack and drag. And I bought it just by color. See if I can keep from making another mess. I just want a little bit. And another green. Now, being that this is chalk and being that it doesn't beat up like acrylic, I'm thinking you might be able to do watercolor on top of it. Isn't that a pretty color? That's almost this color. This is a little more blue. So we're going to see if it does watercolor. Now that would fit in my wheelhouse. I got 4. Yeah, I got 4 about the timeout too. Now I got to worry about, I ordered some other stuff too. I got to worry about telling Randy or trying to get to the mail before he does. So that's part of the reason for the flash sale in my class. Maybe y'all can help me and learn at the same time, see? All right, that's my 4 colors. You can tell what kind of a mood I'm in. Kind of a celadon in the cream. Let's see what this is called. Hubbard squash and aquamarine, dusty plum, and land green, lark. Lark green. Okay. Any questions? Oh, thanks, Shauna. Yeah, they're very, very thick. Yeah, and I'm going to be real careful about keeping them closed, too. I got my canvas paper. Debbie Epps and I ordered it at the same time. My craft plastic. And one of the things I ordered that'll be here Tuesday afternoon, I got the Dick Blick alcohol markers. They have a special on 24 colors for $15, or you can get 10 colors for $10. I don't know how long that's going to last, but that is a fabulous price over their typical $3 price. And after doing all my mountains of research, I wasn't going to pay for Copics because I'm not that kind of an artist. I'm not an illustration artist that really needs that higher quality. I almost ordered some from China, the Touch and those, and the prices were pretty good. But very few of them are refillable. The Blicks are, and the Blicks also have a brush tip instead of the pointed hard tip. So they've got a brush and a chisel. Y'all, that is a fabulous price. So anyway, that's what I did. And we're going to play with that on, I don't know, probably next Thursday. Now remember that this idea journal is Robin McClendon's work. I'm learning from her, and the intuitive scripting is what she calls it. I call it goddess writing, or goddess. I don't know what this. So that's where I learned this stuff from, and she is a professional bookbinder. So when she does a book structure, it's really cool. So I just want y'all to know that this is an original. Nothing in the real world is, but I respect her work. And I always try to give credit where credit is due. And if I paint a copy of painting from an old master, say John Singer Sargent, I always write on the front of it, under my signature, I write from John Singer Sargent or after John Singer Sargent. Because if you're good and you do a good enough painting that looks like his, somebody down the road may confuse it with the real deal. That is, what do you call it? Standard operating practice in the art world. It's okay to copy. I mean, people do it. You could sign up to be a copy artist at the Louvre, and you can carry your little easel in there, and you can stand and paint. I'm making sure it's good and dry. You can stand there and paint whatever you want and copy, I guess. I mean, they may have restrictions on that too. And then all the visitors that come through, ooh and ah, and you're standing there painting in front of a bunch of people, painting what is on the wall in front of you. That is a recognized form of learning to paint. And in the Renaissance period, that was how it was done. Now, which end would I suppose pink would be? Oh, I picked right. I had a half and half chance. Great, but you didn't get enough paint. You had enough the first time. And it works. That's why I got them. And I don't want to waste them, so I need Kimberly. My desk is getting a mess again. I've had too many different projects going on at the same time. So, how cool that is. That is got some real possibilities. Yeah, well, I lived back then. You just hang your butt out the window and do your business. I'm sorry. They're brush tip, Gail. They're brush and chisel. And they'll sell, I'm sure that, I think they do now, but I'm sure they will have tip replacements, but they do have refills. And the cost on them is around $3, I think, every day. So, yeah, I'm going with them. Dick Blick has everything I've used from them has been good quality. I like that. I like the possibilities of that. I do. And I was going to put something there to go with that red, but I guess I can put some more red somewhere else. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. And I told you Tuesday that I gotta hide some stuff. I finished off my green leaf blueberry set. Not that I needed it for any reason. But I've been so good for, oh gosh, 5 months. Okay. I think I'm just going to put some more of that down over here. This time I'm going to do mostly plum. That color of that paint is almost the same as that. Happy accidents. And I'm thinking one of these sprays. Ring the bell. Okay, it's all for the sake of not drying out, right? Too much. Now this red was already here. It was from a clean off. And I'm leaving it. I'm going to work with it. If I'm going to put any water media on top of that, I need to put a little more on the surface. You see the spray kind of went over here, which is kind of ties it back into the red, you know, in my world, which is a scary place to be. I have an idea. Let me make sure that I'm doing what I want to do. I've had so much fun with Robin's class learning how to make jelly prints look like old walls. She's been doing more on Facebook too. I mean on YouTube. And it gives you an organic edge. I'm not going to worry about that one because it can fit right down there in the gully. Nope, I'm going to do my first instinct, which is that. And on top of that, I've got one more ooh stick, so I need to order some of those too. It's not a crime to be out of money. It's just damned inconvenient. But we've been like that since the fire, so, 17 years, I guess. And at one point, I had my bone folder out. Hang on, I'm looking for something. I know it's in there because I just saw it. I'm going to rip that off. Uh-oh. I thought I had all these unstuck. Come on. And because that one's acrylic, the watercolor, of course, speeds up. We got that page wet. I smell those waxes. Cool. Yeah, I had to use my fingernails. They're called the studio markers. Gail. Sean, I don't know. Joggle seems to be the place to get them. Oh, I'm sorry you guys are buffering. I was too, apparently. Yeah, it's Uhu. And I buy them in a pack of 12 because they're $20, I think, and you buy one stick and it's 3. So, yeah, Gail, I got you. I used to drink those White Russian drinks back when I was young and crazy. I don't drink anything now but vodka, and I don't drink any sugary mixers. I wouldn't put Derwent ink tints pencils at the top of your list, Gail. Yeah, you did get a good deal. Uh-oh. Well, I may have just gotten some illustration markers. That's going to make me mad. Buy forbidden fruit and then hang on. Hang on. You may very well be right. Not that I was doubting you, but hmm. I'm here. I'm here. I'm going to go back to my order. This thing, uh-oh. Oh, I bought a set of 24 for 54. 24. Wait a minute. Those are Blick markers. 12. What did I buy? Oh, well, it's paid for now. You are so right, illustrator. So what did I get? Alcohol-based ink. Huh. I wonder what the difference is. Refillable, maybe? I don't know. We'll figure that out, won't we? Yeah, I think I will. I bet they are too. Yeah, but that price is good for an alcohol marker anyway. Thank God they're alcohol. Ow. Well, I've got them on my order too, Gail. I got that one and the studio ones. Jeez. I used to be responsible. But if I could get to the mail before Randy does, or I can just eat crow and tell him that I did it, and so what? Hope he doesn't watch this video. Alrighty. I'm going to put a little more of this on here because this and this don't really go together. And yes, you're right, CB. I got to put my fingernails under it to pull it up. Not real happy with any of that, but and because this is just playing, I wasn't happy with these pages. I don't know if I did them on stream or not, but I just took some gesso and watered it down and went over the whole page, which I could do here as well. And that would give us the old wall look. That's clear gesso. Won't do us much good. See what y'all are saying. Yeah. Yeah, but me too. I mean, but his hobbies are a whole lot more expensive, like duck hunting and membership in a duck club and all the guns and the shot and all that stuff. I'm out of screen. So yeah, we've got a pretty good relationship. Yeah, I thought that too. Okay. I just put my book off into the told you I wasn't about 100% today still. Guess what color I had in my brush? Get a wet wipe. There. Yeah, I like it. Let me clean this up. Okay. Now I like that better. I got my rice paper on Amazon. It's really fairly inexpensive. Now I'm kind of feeling like the urge to knock this back. White gesso comes in so handy. Okay. I am tickled with the chalk paste. And in honor of the fact that I found my Zen brush, there it is. It's hiding from me. This is my little Sumi ink. The cork shrunk, so I put foam tape over it. Okay. Just remember, make sure I still know how to do it. And it's beautiful, Shauna. No beading. Now here's going to come a challenge because this is shit. Sorry. Might as well just leave it. Accidents happen. I need a sheer paint. These Martha Stewart paints are really good for this purpose. Let's see, wait a minute. I'm going to break this up first. Oh, hello. Hate it when it does that. I think they do that on purpose. And then they make the hole small enough you can't get into it. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to leave that as a little bit of a thicker coat. And we're not going to let that dry first. We're going to see how much of it we can get off a direct pull. I don't have a Daiso anywhere. Excuse me. Let me see what I can find. Hang on, I'm looking something up. I appreciate you going to my site and looking on my Amazon store. They'll take it away from me if I don't get some folks to use it. I think I got a whopping $4 last month with all of my YouTube stuff and videos and stuff, but still, okay. Sure thought I did. Okay, I put one on there, Joycey. It's the one I bought. lot of it. I've got a little bit of red showing. Not too bad, not too bad. And I think I'm just going to leave that one. I'm sorry. What the hell? I hit my camera. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's what came off of there. Yeah, that was the brand I put on my store. Joy, see if you have that link. I hope I'm not the only one you watch who does that. Now let's do some. I need to pour some more in here. Well, I've screwed around the whole hour, and with this, I'm glad that didn't fall in the water. I tore the house apart looking for this Zen pen. Came from Jerry's Artorama. It wasn't expensive. It was under $10, but to lose it really hacked me off. I looked at Rosemary's, and I looked all in my car. Alrighty. Okay, I'll talk to you while this is going. Carol, it was beside my big table. There's about a 8-inch space where I stacked old cardboard, and I've got a box of big panels for caustic and odds and ends. And when it falls back there, I can't get to it unless I stand on my head and crawl in. And so anyway, that's where it was. I had knocked my iPhone back there on Tuesday, so I had to get it. So while I was back there, I found this. Making Marks, again, is Robin McClendon. It's funny how many people think I write Japanese or Chinese. And I see some little pieces. We're just going to glue stick. Don't want to lose those crusty bits. There we go. Not too bad. All right, now I want to use this. That's oil, and it's on the oil paper. It's a specially treated watercolor paper that will take oil, and it doesn't let the oil or the anything else seep through to the backside, so it is archival for that reason. And this is by Arches, and I really liked it. Plus the fact it's paper. You know, I don't feel. I'm going to use this. This was a drop cloth on freezer paper, I believe. It's supposed to be face down. I'm going to leave those hard edges since they're, no, I'm not. I'm going to trim them. I'm going to trim them. Keep feeling the need to get back into some real painting, but this is so much more fun. I've got too much invested in that side of the room to ignore it. Actually, this does affect what I do over there, which is why I started playing with mixed media. I've almost finished my second idea journal. I had a moment of panic when I realized I only had one of these left. I have really gotten attached to them because your pages lie so flat, except for the ones you get wet like I just did with all the watercolor and gesso. It is. I was afraid it just fell down in the hole. I'm going to turn this way. It also has enough of an open time And the other reason I'm putting this oil piece in here is because if it kicked around in the studio, I don't know what would happen to it. I could paint over it. But it kind of has an interesting appeal. I don't know what I just dropped, but it will show up. This is I downloaded a photo of Japanese fabrics and stuff, and this is of a kimono. So it's printed on rice paper through the inkjet. I'm gonna put that right there, whether it goes or not, doesn't matter. Now I might have to get out some. No, it appears like it's going to stick. Yeah. Can you see the O in there? The mark? I don't know if I need to. I think I will rub a little bit of black around it. What would I use for that? It's watercolor, so that's not going to work. You knew that before you did it. Black gesso. I just want a hint of something. Oh, I know what would do it. Ooh, that would do it. This is Deco Art Metallic, and it is zinc. Now, I wouldn't do this for real. Because acrylic on oil don't play. Baby white. Just a little bit. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Yeah, it does look like it. Gail. I'm thinking. You know, I don't think I ever have done an acrylic underpainting. It's legal as far as materials go. I just Neo-2s. When I get to working in oil, that's what I want to work in. And I've done oil underpaintings before that were real sheer. And I'm going to use, I think I said a couple weeks ago that I know somebody that tried not tried, they did use Neocolor 2s as an underpainting for pastels, which I thought was funny. Or fun. Well, I'm glad you got my notice. um, this page could use a little bit of black, but I think I'm going to let it alone. I had a it's about time for another studio cleanup. The Scream. Yeah. Oh, I know what I was thinking. I'm going to use my Tiny Tim stapler to put this in. Isn't that just the cutest little thing? Now, if I wanted to color those staples, I could do it with alcohol ink. Nice. Just like that. And I've got this up and out of the way so I won't mess it up or end up throwing it away or something like that. And now I need a piece of deli paper because that oil is still a little bit sticky. Okay. That's it. Looks like a train wreck. Looks like somebody, the Screamer, threw up on it. How about that? It's entirely legal. All right, Shauna, the black would be good for metallics. And I noticed a couple weeks ago that Stonehenge Aqua now has a solid black watercolor paper, 140 pound. Just like we need something else to do. Somehow that page doesn't work as much as the one that had the red on it. But, you know, it's an idea book. And I think I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. What do y'all think? It's 5:30. I can always move this one if I decide I don't like it there. Since I put it on. Well, I hope you guys have an interesting evening and weekend. Oh, CB's going to be right back. I'll hang on for just a few more minutes. I am really tickled with the chalk. I've got some paint over there that's just about the same consistency that, you know, some paint companies sell the little trial packs. Valspar, and I got this at Home Depot or somewhere. Look. Kind of looks alike, doesn't it? Every time I open these, I spray a little bit of water in them. Kind of makes you wonder how many of these art products have their incarnation in the painting world. Can't get that on straight. Oh, I got to tell y'all something else. Good news. Our AT&T bill for iPhones was $270, and Randy went over there today and got it lowered to $109 by telling them that we were going to move to the Walmart Straight Talk plan. $109. That's over half savings. Wow, crap. I'm going to have to do some doctoring on that. And that's for 2 iPhones and 1 iPad. Unlimited everything. Isn't that great? Yeah. Now if we can just get our Cox cable, that's a... Bye, Shauna. Cox cable is about the same with house internet, and I have to have high-speed internet, or real up there somewhere, and that's our TV. It's Cox cable and house internet. Yeah, he's gonna hit Cox next. So that'll make a little difference. When you're retired and would like to live on Social Security, that helps. Every couple hundred helps. And the other thing I'm thinking about doing is consolidating credit cards. Has anybody ever done that? I'm in the process of researching it. I may not do it, but sucks getting to be old. But on the other hand, there's a wet spot right there. On the other hand, I'd have to be working full time. I guess I could if I had to. Lots of grandmas do. Or I could get busy and start doing my art. Well, Randy does real estate. He's a realtor. So his closings supplement, but they're the kind of thing that you never know when you're going to get it, so you can't budget. Well, I want to get in that position. Like I said, it's been 17 years and we haven't gotten our way out of the mess that we were in after the insurance company refused to pay us all of the fire loss. So, that's just the way it is. Everybody's got something they got to carry around with them. So, I've done pontificating, I guess. Anybody else have anything? Well, I guess I'll sign off then. I love you guys. Hey, Art Live. We're just fixing to kick off. Hey, Aunt Beck. This is in my idea journal. And the other one I did today is this one. Yeah, it is, Gail. We live rent-free because we manage a group of 52 duplexes, higher-end duplexes, so that helps a lot. Beck, we're playing over here with the chalk paste that everybody's raving about. And the cool thing about it is it does watercolor on top without beeping. Thanks, CB. I'm glad y'all do like my thinking because you do have to think. And I just want you, as a teacher, I want y'all to know that this nice stuff that you see on video streams where everything turns out perfect and beautiful, it's not that way. You'll end up with, well, that wasn't really the look I wanted over here, but you know, there it is. Stuff like that happens in real artist life, and you put some in the dumpster, you know, and that's just the way it is. So practicing is what this is for. And if it shows up sometime in my artwork, then hey, that's great. It was worth the $2 that I spent on this journal from Goodwill. And it's almost full. This will be my second one. I got quite a few. I got enough to keep me busy for a while. Yeah, ArtBite, register and hit the notification and you'll know when I'm on. Yeah, I only stream for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I really think I have ADD. That's about as long as I can focus on any one thing. Now, if I had planned ahead and had something different than the idea journal, then I'd be fine to go on and move to something else. But, you know, an hour and a half, that's enough for me. I really like this oil paper. All right, I'm going to go. Aunt Beck, I'll catch you on one of your streams someday and all the rest of you guys. And Art Life, I'm glad you came. Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Central Time. And sometimes I do on a weekend as a drop up or a pop up or whatever you want to call it. So it just depends on my mood. See you guys. I love you and thank you for supporting my channel. It means a lot to me.